there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into a dish. She's like, hey, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
Oh.
There he is.
Sefe Yoshua. What is up, my friend?
Jimmy Riley, man. Good to be here with you. Fresh off work.
Love it.
I got a Sixer Blue Moon sitting here, our new sponsor. No free ads.
One day.
So it was just sitting here staring at me. I just popped one open. Not a twist off, but I did that.
They are a twist off, or they're not a twist? Oh.
They are a twist.
I love that. A little extra effort. So now you're doing clear stuff, right? You're signing people up for clear, getting them going. How many signups did we get tonight?
0. I haven't started on the enrollment part yet.
So what are you doing? They just have
I'm
you
just
going...
verifying.
Ooh, okay.
Verifying and greeting.
Verifying.
Jim, when I tell you a job is a job is a job, a job is a job is a job. But when I tell you this is the easiest job where you just show up, have a good time, and then leave, that's this job.
Really? So you're liking what you're doing as of right now?
Loving what I'm doing right now. 90% of what I'm doing there is either standing with my hands behind my back and chilling, or it's helping someone who doesn't speak English get to the right lane, or that's pretty much it.
Now, how are you helping?
Like a grandma or grandpa.
Oh, like you're helping grandma and grandpas out too. So if they don't speak English, what are you doing to get them in the right place?
Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Hablas español? Sí, claro que sí. Podemos hablar en español. Maleta? Sí? Okay.
What is that?
Maleta, I think, is ticket. I don't know. I've been going with it.
It sounded good to me. I love that. That sounds like an all right job.
It's like, just get in this lane right here. You're going to be right on your way. All right. Buen viaje.
Yeah. What is it? Vaya con Dios.
Sí, vaya con Dios.
That's a good one. Now, where are you at? You're at the airport?
San Diego, yeah.
Oof.
So right when people are flying out. So if anyone's flying out of San Diego, like, I'm going to see it.
That's so awesome.
It's kind of a vibe. I'm seeing a lot of...
Have you seen
a lot of pilots?
Oh,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, have you seen anybody you know yet?
No, but Chad was flying out like an hour after I got off.
Today?
And it all happened. Yeah. A couple of days ago, but yeah.
That sounds honestly pretty fun. Now, have you ever had a job like that before where it's just cake money, where you're just fucking pretty much
show up and don't do anything that's hard?
Yeah.
Like, not since passing out like flyers. Even that, you're walking.
Yeah, exactly. You're putting a little effort.
Yeah. But those were the good old days. Dropping off little real estate flyers on doors in Willow Glen. Usually Saturday mornings, fresh off a football game, just sore, getting all that lactic acid out.
There you go. Shout out Mr. Gaines. Shout out Donovan sending his dick pic on Facebook.
I wonder if he's still doing the play-by-play over at the high school.
I would assume that seems like a job you don't give up when your kid leaves. You know what I mean? That's when you could
staple in the community.
At this point, he's the voice of the Rams.
You know who I think he is? He's the what's the guy from Friday Night Lights? Buddy? Buddy what? Buddy Garrity.
Yeah, I don't know. Not a Friday Night Lights guy.
He's the Buddy Garrity of Willow Glen. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. No, I love that. He's always been a great guy. Always looking to get people some cash. Now, what have you been up to? 2 weeks? You just been on that work grind?
Low-key been on that work grind, and we start at 4 a.m. On some days, it's 4 a.m. to noon, and then on other days, it's like 11 to 7, like today.
Now, what do you prefer? I think the 4 a.m. is kind of the sick shift.
I've been riding the 4 a.m. a little bit, but I think at a certain point, it's going to become like a dread to get out of bed at 3 o'clock. That's going to suck.
Yeah.
No. But I'm thinking about taking the momentum of this job. Say it's 4 or 5 days a week where I'm waking up at 4 a.m. On the other 2, just get up at 5 a.m. or whatever. get up at 3 a.m. every single day, 3:30.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Go carry the boats.
Exactly. Who's going to carry the boats? Josh is. I got laid off yesterday.
No, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, fuck them, dude. They weren't paying enough anyway.
That's facts.
We should have known that was coming when the raise got denied, right?
It wasn't even. It was like a whole group thing. So it wasn't just me, which would have been even funnier, honestly.
Right.
But yeah, so a bunch of Googlers the last like month, there's been like 1,000, 1,500 or something like that get laid off, and we manage the buildings they're at. So it's like, well, I guess they're not going to need these buildings anymore. And so like the whole entire commercial real estate side of it, like cut us down. Probably two fifths of us were out. But it was so honestly kind of funny. Like,
yeah,
it was fucked up because like people have kids and like mortgage and shit to worry about, but like I'm chilling right now.
Yeah.
But anyways, I got to work, and this is Monday, and there's a noticeable, like, looking back on everything, right? Like, you start putting pieces together and you're like, oh shit, I should have seen that. So like I get there and there's two security people in the parking lot, and they're not like the typical white car security. They're like black car, like higher level security for Google. So like I take note of it, but like didn't think twice about it, right? Like whatever. Had breakfast, shout out, last breakfast I had at Google.
The Last Supper. Damn.
It's so funny looking back at all the things I was like, oh shit. Like on Friday we had like a team lunch. Our boss wasn't there, so we're like, all right, we'll just go to the cafe, whatever, get lunch. We ended up staying there like all day, just like listening to music, and I was like, oh shit, like at least we went out on a good note. And so like, you know me, I can't take anything serious. Like that's just not who I am. So I I get
End
it.
of an era, Jim.
Yeah, it's bad. But I get a message from like my boss's boss, like, hey, gonna schedule a meeting, like just wanted to let you know. And I'm like, that's odd. And like
Little exit interview.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like we know, no, this is like 9:30 and I start at 9. And so I'm like, that's odd. And he like has me, another guy on my team, and a girl on my team. And he's like, gonna meet with all three of you. And so like I respond back to him like, oh, Daryl's gone, but like sounds good. This guy's a fucking pussy. I'll just say it.
I was gonna say, like, Jim, technically, even though he's your boss, you could kill him with your bare hands. So doesn't that make you the owner of the company?
I wish it worked that way, but that's how barbarians rule the world. That's how you get meatheads ruling the world. No,
I'm pretty sure you're the CEO.
Yeah, it's dude, bad. But anyway, so this guy like the whole time, like through the whole race thing, like won't look at me, won't talk to me, and then like finally, like the only time he messages me to fucking piece me out, I'm like, okay, whatever, like fuck you. But anyway, so I get like the message, and then my boss comes in way late this day. Hilarious. And of all days, I'm like, you fuck. And so I'm like, hey, just want to let you know, this guy fucking messaged me. No idea what it's about. Like, but there's three of us, and she goes, oh, that's odd. Like, I wonder what that's about. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I'm gonna go ask. This is her within her being there of 5 minutes, maybe. She's like, I'm gonna go ask her boss what's up. And her boss is like gives her like the not now, like fucking chill. And so it's so bad. And like I'm watching this all unfold in front of my eye. Like this is just like in the middle of the workplace, and everyone's like starting to hit the panic button. But like again, I'm like, whatever. So anyways, he gets pulled into a conference room, and they're like tell him to bring his stuff. So he walks in with his backpack, and he always has like a Stanley, you know, those chick Stanley mugs. He always has one of those. And whenever he takes that with him, that's like our cue. Like, okay, he's gone for the day. We can dip out of here. So he brings that with him, and everyone's like, oh shit, like what's happening now? And then 2 minutes within that, they call my boss in, and they both come out like in tears. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, you're crying.
Yeah, exactly.
Children. Damn.
I was like, damn, that sucks. Like, fuck. And I like felt a little bit bad. Obviously, it's like people's lives are changing. But But then she's like they walk her out and she's like, can I explain to these guys? And they're like, no, like you just got to get your stuff and go. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? So like at that point, like I knew I was getting fucking canned. And so like, we have 2 girls on my team and they like are starting to like bawl their eyes. Like at this point, they're still on the team. Like they didn't get called in or anything. And they just like are crying their eyes out. They're like, oh my, this is so sad, blah, blah, blah. And then like, I'm like, oh my God, fucking chill out. Like this is ridiculous. But I mean, I get it. Their whole team is now gone. It's just them 2 left. But anyways, that guy.
Did you go out with fireworks or go ahead?
No. But the guy who wasn't there, they called him like 40 minutes before our meeting. And we're like, and the fucked up thing is this is so fucked up. They made us go to a compliance meeting that morning. They made us go to another training and then they made me work till 1 when I knew I was being fired and then fired me. But anyways, they called that guy who wasn't
You're supposed to fire me and give me full pay for the day.
Well, sure. I mean, it's
fire me at 7 a.m.
It's not the worst deal. So, but they called that guy 40 minutes before and he like texted us immediately. He's like, yo, I just got fired. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Now we know. And so I just, went in and they're like, well, thank you for your service. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Like they hired an outside person to just give the spiel. I'm like, your eulogy. You're so fucking bitch made for this. Then they're like, you can ask any questions. And I was just kind of not letting them have it, but letting them have it a little bit. And then I took my badge off and just kind of gave it one of these on the desk. Psh, like fucking take it.
Toss.
Yeah. And then I was sitting the whole time. I was sitting like a fucking halfway autistic kid with my feet up on the chair like this, like knees on the table. Like I literally was just like, I don't like, you're going to hold nothing over me right now. But then, so we getting paid out until mid-February, which is kind of nice.
Let's go, Jim.
A little bit of a severance. And then
Jim, let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
What does the magic 8-ball hold in the future for you, Jim? Now, you don't have to answer this, but is there teaching in the future for you, Jim, / coaching?
Honestly, funny you say that. I ordered a CBEST prep book, which is, I don't need it. I've gone through all the tests. I think I've taken the test before, but it's a test you need to do to substitute teach. So I was thinking, fuck it for the time being, maybe just sub, see what's up, chill. I don't know.
So what's the deal? What do you need to be a teacher? Like a teacher?
You need to be credentialed. And that's the one thing I don't have. Because I bailed last minute from teaching. I should have, like, looking back, it's like I should honestly just go back and get the degree from UNR, take like online classes. I think I'm 1 or 2 classes away. And I was just like, they didn't offer it this semester. And I was like, get me out of here. Like one of those type deals. Looking back, it's like, you're so stupid. Right. But that being said, it's like I can always do it. But you need to be credentialed to be at a public school. A private school, you don't need shit. You can just anybody, honestly.
Anybody grab the mic.
Seriously. But I don't know. As of now, yesterday they let us off again at 1, and I was like, shit, what do I go do? So I went home, threw on the office, took a nap. I went to jiu-jitsu in the morning, and so like I was already kind of not banged up, but like pretty tired. And I was like, well, nap time.
Sounds like perfect conditions for a nap. Like you have a whole block of time already blocked off to be at work. You suddenly find yourself not at work.
Oh, there's few times where that happens in life. Like let's say baseball, when there's like a rainy day and it's like practice is canceled and you're like, oh, you get the text waking up from your nap to go to practice and you're like, fuck yeah. Like, which is like, you don't really get that in basketball. There's not many sports where it's like football, obviously not. Yeah.
Yes.
But baseball, they're like, yeah, just take this one off. And then you get to the level where you're like, all right, well, we'll do something. But even those days are a joy. Those are the best practices. The practices that aren't a traditional practices are always the best. I don't care what we do.
That's what I'm saying, Jim. Wouldn't it be so good to coach something?
It would, but I don't know what I would even coach. I don't.
Yeah, we could take on a basketball team.
But like,
you could do special teams.
I'm not really not a basketball mind. That's the thing.
You could be an offensive line coach.
I guess. Yeah, I
You
could.
can pick something up. It's not rocket science.
Oh yeah. No, I could do that. I mean, not well, obviously at the
I can see
start.
you as an offensive
That
lineman
would be
coach.
so fun.
When are you gonna get fat, Jim? I'm looking forward to the day that you're an old fat man.
That's
But
funny again that you say that. I've been talking to my mom. I told her I want to be 300 pounds by the end of the year, but it's kind of hard to do with jiu-jitsu.
what are you sitting at, if you don't mind me asking?
175 to 178.
125, huh?
Yeah, which is another, it's like 3/4 of a me, which would be sick, right? Adding almost another human to you. That's a pretty crazy thing.
I can see it. I like 245 as a nice goal, but fuck it. Why not shoot for the stars, huh?
Yeah,
Go
no,
for the
300. I honestly don't know if I could balloon up to 300. Like everything in my mind would tell me to probably kill myself before then, just because it's like I would be so unhealthy and so gross that I don't. Oh, I can't imagine.
My mind is going straight to McDonald's and how many fucking McDoubles you would be putting down if you just knew that you're putting your health to the side for a sec to gain weight.
It would
like,
be,
dude, you'd just be like, give me a McFlurry as well.
Incredible. Like, 2-for-1 Big Macs right now are back. It's a wonderful life. And that's the thing. I do that anyways. Like except ice cream. Ice cream and soda I've been off of this year. That's the one thing where I can put weight on quick if I munch. But yeah, so I don't know.
Shit.
What?
The nutritious shit.
Yeah.
Ice cream and soda. Oh yeah.
The best, my staples. But yeah, no, more jujitsu. That's definitely what's in the cards. Obviously applying to jobs, figuring shit out. Just putting the apps out anywhere and everywhere for the time being.
Dude, you know who's hiring?
Who?
Our boy Derek Sorensen starting up a new sports bar in Reno called Dubs.
That's so funny. That's crazy. Good for him. Good for him. That's awesome. Named it Dubs, though, is so funny.
That's a good one, right?
It is. No, it is. But it's just like...
I think it's taking over what the Rack used to be or some shit.
That's a nice spot, if I'm not
It's
mistaken.
like the downtown. It's like whatever is like the downtown one.
Yeah, I think it might be...
the river or whatever.
I was going to say a street over from like actual downtown, but it's like a good location, which is bad. Right. I wouldn't want to be right on the strip there. That would be hell.
Right.
But
I'm thinking about dropping everything, going being the first bartender out there.
That would be, dude. That would be sick.
Dude, should we do it, Jim?
Ground floor. I don't know.
Take up bartending shifts.
I love Derek to death. I don't know if I could have him being my boss.
I can. I'd be like, "Fuck you, Derek."
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Oh, I've been watching The Bear.
Wow, my mom's throwing it on, so that's why I've been seeing it. Unrealistic show, am I right? No?
You could say that. I think they make it as realistic as possible, but it's still going to be like big success, like of course, like anybody could predict.
Yeah.
But I think like the little details of it, like they talk about the inspectors, they don't skip that much shit, I think.
No, they don't skip.
It's unrealistic, but they like
I feel like the characters could be a little more, little bit more, yeah, exactly, of a recluse. There's the one guy that's a fucking psychopath, and I know they're all kind of got their own thing, but like, I don't know, every chef I've met's kind of odd. They're too normal. Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, every chef I've met, it does cocaine. Yeah. I was going to say he's addicted to cocaine, but like, yeah. Not
at
to
least uses
throw anyone under the bus, but back in the Maggiano days, I mean, there'd be a line of blow on top of the dry hand thing in the fucking bathroom, just waiting for you.
Absolutely, and yeah, again, you can do
and
that.
I'm like 21 years old, like y'all party like that, like. What?
Crazy.
Like, I thought people were gonna be mad that I was getting high before I washed dishes. Like, you guys are out here fucking managing the restaurant on cocaine.
Literally every night too. That's not like a one-time affair. That's like it's a staple. But yeah, one of our roommates in Reno worked at a steakhouse like a fucking idiot, and he would call in sick all the time and be hurt all the time, so he couldn't run food, which was hilarious. But he would bring home these I don't know, like Bulgarian girls. I don't even know where they were Eastern Bloc, and they would just rip lines and smoke heaters inside the house, like until 4 a.m. And that was the only time it was like ever like heaters in the house. Yes, this is a sight to be seen. They would just, and then fucking
put them down. Wow.
I love it.
They do it different in Romania or whatever the fuck.
Honestly, I think Romania sounds right. That's
right.
One of the Anias.
I'm trying to think which one's Budapest in. I think Czech and Budapest is in Hungary. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. I'm so bad with maps and
Oh,
stuff.
Jim, this reminds me. Here's to the new year from our friends at Manscaped, because your resolutions shouldn't be the only thing that are well kept. 2024 is the time for new heights, new opportunities, and a new look for your Times Square balls. Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is every man's cheat code to look good, feel good, and turn the page on confidence this year. Whether you're looking to maintain a trim or go for that clean-shaven look, this trimmer has you covered. Trusted by 10 million men worldwide, now is your time to get a grip on your grooming with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use code Trough for 20% off plus free shipping. Happy New Year or Happy New Balls.
Love it, John. New balls? And yeah, like I said, the best part of the new year is having new balls. And I have new balls every week or so due to Manscaped. They're the best. They really know what they're doing. And introducing the MVP again of 2024. I think even though it was only there for the latter half of 2023, getting MVP votes for me too. But we got the 5th generation Lawnmower 5.0. It's not just a trimmer. It's, oh my gosh.
It's your grooming sidekick, brother.
It's your grooming sidekick.
It's equipped with 2 skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires.
It's like having a personal stylist at your fingertips or wherever you need it. And did I mention it's waterproof? Because a trim in the shower is the only way to start the day. And for my men who want the full grooming experience, look no further than Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0. In this grooming kit, you get the trusted lawnmower, Manscaped's ear and nose hair trimmer, and essential aftercare products with the Crop Soother Ball Aftershave Lotion and the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant. Yeah, it's deodorant for your balls. Bet you didn't think you needed that. As a gesture for the new year, they even threw in 2 free gifts, the Boxers 2.0 and the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag, because they know good and well you're still rocking them old Boxers from high school. Let's face it, resolutions might come and go, but a well-groomed you is here to stay with Manscaped.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code Trough at manscaped.com, because nothing says Happy New Year like a deal that leaves your balls and your budget feeling refreshed. Embrace the new you and definitely embrace a new trimmer, courtesy of Manscaped. Peace.
Peace.
So I've heard through the grapevine, a little birdie told me that there might be a brewing rivalry between me and Todd. Can you fill me in on this? Has there been something on the last episode that was he talking shit or something?
Not that I can remember. Who said, is that X? Is that coming from X or what?
I have no idea. I genuinely don't even remember. But it was told by someone to me, like, hey, man, you got to make sure that you talk about this on the pod. Like, it might have been someone trying to get in my head, man, but I just want to put it out there. If Todd or the rest of the other episode ever want to see me in a sports trivia battle, the gauntlet's been thrown down. You know, maybe you and me versus them 3. However we want to do it, I'm ready to settle it. The gauntlet's been thrown
Todd's
down.
kind of an encyclopedia.
Sports encyclopedia, trivia extravaganza.
Well, next time you're home, let me know, and we'll set something up between. I mean, everyone can get involved. I'll host it. I don't need to be involved. My sports trivia is ass, so it's better if I'm not involved. Cavs a genius. Boog will be funny to have. Todd, that's going to be your competition. And
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, and I don't know where the rivalry started or
fun.
if there is one, but yeah, it would be a sight to be seen. Now trivia, if you had to pick like a niche category in trivia, what would that you specialize in, what would yours be?
Probably, I guess, like NBA history. I don't know if that's niche enough. Maybe
No, you got to go like
more niche.
more niche,
Like maybe
like
like
a year or like a championship team or like
2015 Warriors. I'm pretty good. I think I can name the
mm,
whole roster.
and
I
you
probably could name.
that's see, I couldn't do that with anything. There's no sport at any time I can name a full roster.
I think I could get it with 2015. How many guys is that? I could get 10. I
Yeah, I
think
was
I
gonna
could
say
get.
there's probably 12. I think maybe 11 on that team. Um, no, you don't got to do it. Yeah, save it, pocket it. No, but
No,
that's like
all love and respect to the Michael Jordan of Willow Glen, but I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
the Michael Jordan of Willow Glen. That is
Air Meek.
so much credit.
Air Meek.
Todd is fraud. The fact they made Todd as God towels is crazy. But
Oh man.
whatever. What was I gonna say? Jiu-jitsu today. Do you remember a guy named Sean Harris? He went to Valley Christian.
Redhead?
No, he's like just a white kid, pretty tan. But he looks super familiar, and I was like talking to him, and I was like, oh, like I met the Valley Christian guys through Oot, and he's like, oh no way. He's like, I was at Oot's all the time. I was like, dude, I definitely met you at that fucking garage before. So it was hella funny.
Oot had a pretty gnarly like New Year's party or something like that.
Oh, I didn't go to that, but I do recall something.
There was like hella Valley Christian people at that.
Yeah, he got in touch.
This kid was probably at that.
This guy was friends with Mike Lyons. He's good friends with Mike. And that's why I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. And I asked him if he knew Jasper Evans, legend, because I just went to the 49ers game with him this past weekend. He's like, oh,
did you?
J-Bars. Yeah, I did go to the Niners. That's where this transition's going.
Good.
So sick.
Dude, look at you.
It was, I got a call Friday night driving home from work, and he was like, hey, you want to go to the Niners game? I was like, yeah. He's like, what do you got going? He led it with, what do you have going tomorrow? And I'm like, it's just a trick question. Like, what do I say?
Right.
I'm like, nothing. And he's like, you want to go to the Niners game? I'm like, fuck, did not think you were going to say that. And I hesitated for a second just because I was like, is he fucking with me? What's going on?
Is he trying to fuck me? What's going on?
No. But anyways, so it's like, it'll be me, you, and my parents. I was like, all right, works for me. So we go to the game, and this guy, Jasper, is a Packers fan. So he shows up in a Packers windbreaker, like not even waterproof. It's a rainy game.
90s style.
90s style, literally just a thin pullover, a long sleeve shirt.
Holmgren,
What?
the coach of the Super Bowl Mike Holmgren,
yeah,
coached at which San Jose high school?
San Jose. Trick question.
Oak Grove.
Damn, that's pretty sick. I didn't know that.
Right?
Roots. But anyway, so we go there. We go to the game. This guy's decked out in Packers stuff. He's got brand new white Nikes on, and it's we're parking in a muddy parking lot. And so every Mexican guy we walk by is like, oh, bull move with the whites. Like, oh shit, like you're breaking my heart, dude. Like just like giving him shit.
Everyone's talking shit because he's in the Packers.
Exactly. And so they're like, they don't care. And I'm like, okay, like this is how the game's gonna go. Saw Cybertruck, by the way, kind of sick. First one I've seen in a while. Kind of sick. Don't let the people fool you. It looked fucking tough. I was like, damn, I'm in. Looks shitty for off-road, but just a regular car, sick. But anyways, we go to the game, and it's, a shit show from the start. Like the guy's handing out 49ers towels, and Josh's like, I don't want one. Like just like not making a scene, but just like being loud about it, like refusing. I'm like, okay, fuck, here we go.
You gotta lean into it sometimes.
Absolutely. So then we go to our seats, 15th row, sick. Absolutely. I was like, damn, like never been this close in this stadium. Candlestick had been close, but never there. And then you get
end zone, you sideline. Where
end zone. We're tucked away in. I don't know how to fucking.
That's money.
It. But yeah, it was sick. And then maybe the best part of the game, the flyover before. Shit was insane.
The reason I love these events is the vibration
of the cars. No, but on the real, like I looked at Jasper. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And could you imagine being in a third world country in the middle of a desert and you just hear that thing screaming your way for miles and miles, and you just know there's certain demise at the end of it? Tough way to go out. But very sick flyover. Game was nuts. We had these group of guys in front of us that were like, before the game, like giving Jasper shit, like, oh, like, you're not going to be trouble, are you? Blah, blah, blah. And then as the game heats up, the Niners are playing down the whole way. It turns to not being so friendly. And then third quarter comes around and the Niners score, and the guy turns around and like flips Jasper like right in his face. And I'm like, that's a little bit too, like, obviously not a big deal, but like probably a little bit too much for the situation where not needed at all. And so Jasper's like, oh, come on, man, like blah, blah, blah. And then they send like the wife or like one of the girls in this group down to like sit between Jasper and them. And then like the whole time, every time the Packers do something, Jasper's just like looking at the guys trying to start shit. I'm like, dude, stop. 'Cause that's like, I'm in the middle of this. Like they have to go through me in order to get to you fucking idiot. And then thankfully after the game, like one of them came over and like dapped him up. I was like, whatever. And then lo and behold, there's one last guy that's just running his mouth. Fucking, he's calling these 10-year-olds cheeseheads. And like Jasper at this point is drunk, and
his parents are there.
His parents are there. And his mom the whole time is like, when we got back in the car, I was like, I'm so glad Jesse Osuna wasn't there. Like those guys would have been dead. Like, I'm so glad. I was like, that's so funny that his parents know Jesse would have killed them.
Right.
But anyways,
unless they were Samoan.
Well, oh yeah, no, they were.
That's a story for another day.
I forgot about that. They were not. He would have handled these guys. We would have. That's the thing. But no need. But anyways, this guy on the way out, it's like talking shit. He's calling these Packer fan, like 10-year-olds, like calling them cheeseheads. Like, and Jasper feels the need to like, oh, you stop talking shit to a 10-year-old. Like, are you serious? You're going to talk shit to a kid? And the guy's like, what's up then? Like, I'll talk shit to you. Like, you're a grown ass man. I'll talk shit to you. And like, he has this kid like right next to him. I'm like, oh my God, what are we doing right now? And then the guy's like, no, fuck that. Like, what's up? I'm like, we're good. And then his dad goes over and like gets in the, like, not in between, but like tries to like diffuse the situation. And it just, the whole way out, he's getting shit talked to him. And then, we got out of there. But all in all, great game to be at. Great game to go to.
God, the Niners got outplayed like 90% of that game.
Absolutely.
Just did what they needed to do. It was great to see.
Purdy
almost made his way out the league, honestly.
I think it was the first drive of the game. Might have been his first throw of the game where he threw it and they just dropped the interception. It was right
in the chest.
Crazy throw. It's double coverage. And that's where we were sitting right there watching. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then Jasper's like, gonna be a long day. I was like, fuck, here we go. Like, this is the worst case scenario. And it ended up being best case scenario. Niner fans were just so rowdy and thought they were going to lose the whole game. But
did just enough, and then we're going to go up there and give the Lions a good old spanking. We're going to send them back to 1985 with Barry Sanders.
Now, do you think they're a better team than the Lions right now? Right now. I know on paper, yes, but on the field.
Yes.
Yeah? Dude, they look so bad against the Packers.
That was the worst they'll look right there.
I sure hope.
I would hope. I think that's the worst they're going to look. Yeah. I think that the Lions are still about to show a real bad game here pretty soon. How long has it been since Goff threw a pick? Too long.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question.
He's on fire. And they've been protecting him so well, but I think if our D-line shows up.
Yeah. I know.
Fair question, though, Jim. Fair question.
It is, but
the Lions are hot.
Because exactly, they're hot. They have the whole league behind them. No one wants to see Brock Purdy, the check down king, as some are calling him, win. Now, how do you feel about him being called the check down guy, Mister Can't throw the ball?
I mean, you remember where I was at on the Lamar Jackson Purdy debate. This is a few weeks back here.
True.
I don't want to say we were foreshadowing this, but I mean, Purdy's just better than being just a guy, I think. He's got some juice. He's got the it. But on a talent level, dude, this past game looked like Jimmy G.
Oh,
Tell me it didn't look and feel exactly like Jimmy G.
It looked like a guy that wasn't going to win you games. He just wasn't going to lose you games either. He's just there. And that's what he looked like. And now you're saying that's the worst they can be.
Yeah.
That's hope.
That's the worst they're going to be.
And he's got small hands, rain game, lot of factors going into it.
So that's like to the point where he's not really necessarily that top 5 quarterback in the league, because you take him in the snow, you put him in some of these different environments. Maybe he's not that same guy. But I will say, I feel like he's the point guard that's going to get it done for the Niners, man. We're going to win a Super Bowl. I still believe that. We're going to beat the Chiefs in a rematch.
Oh, you think the Chiefs? Okay, so that takes us to the next game. You think the Chiefs are going to end up beating the Ravens?
I think that's my take. That's my first time saying it out loud, but that's how I see it. That's how I see it going, man. This Chiefs team is super special, for sure. I felt like last year was a year too early. They were ahead of schedule. This was the year, and next year is actually the year where their team's going to be built to win a chip.
But Kelsey's going to be old. Well, they need some new weapons. They're getting to the age where their skill guys are almost aging out.
Jim,
kind of.
Has it been announced who's going to be the halftime performance
of the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it Usher? Does that ring a bell, or are they waiting to announce it's Taylor Swift?
I don't think it's going to be Taylor Swift. I think they have announced it. I think it was R. Kelly, and they're bringing out piss machines. No, that would be awesome. No,
I mean, he's the biggest star on Netflix.
Who? R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Just for all the wrong reasons.
I think they made like 5 or 6.
Incredible.
But,
no, I don't know. You know what? We got the power to look this up.
Usher, dude.
I'll look it up right now.
But I feel like they've just been waiting for that Swift announcement.
It is.
But I like the Chiefs here. They got rid of Tyreek. They got a bunch of picks. They got a bunch of players. Rebuilt their defense. Rebuilt their offensive line. I do love me some Lamar, though. I got to say, I'd be scared as all hell. Mark Andrews coming back this week.
Mark Andrews is a dog.
A little 2 tight end set. A little 21 personnel, something like that.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's just hard to get bet against Mahomes. He does. I mean, year after year, he finds a way to get there. So it's like, but at the same time, Lamar kind of been scary good the second half of the season.
Due.
Yeah,
he's due. They're probably the hottest team.
The Raven. Oh yeah, I mean, seems like they have the least amount of weaknesses and have been the strongest through and through. Now Super Bowl predictions. Who are you taking here?
It's Niners beat the Chiefs.
Let me write that down.
God, I hate, that's going to be so hard to go against Mahomes again, but that's how I see it going. Fuck it.
And that's what, Brock Purdy, maybe throw a chain on, maybe bring some swagger to yourself.
A little more swag, right?
We don't need, I love
that's a very common request I've heard out of Purdy fans. Hey, a little more swagger, huh?
And
don't be so nice in your interviews.
Exactly. I'm all about the no swag, but he's doing like the no swag. There's no extra swag. It's just no swag. And it breaks my heart a little bit. We can do a little bit more there. I mean, just even a chain. Throw on a St. Nicholas chain. I don't care. Something.
Little juice shortage, huh?
Yeah, big time. And so with that locker room, you would think someone there could help him out. I'll put in a good word. I'll see what's up with Brock. I love that. I love the 49ers prediction. I think, like you said, if there's any year that they're going to do it, though, I think it is this year for the Niners.
Yeah.
If they don't do it this year, it's gonna be
This is it.
yeah, gonna be
We're
bad.
all in. And honestly, the gauntlet or whatever, I throw the challenge flag to my boys on the D line: Nick Bosa, Jamar Chase, and not Jamar Chase. What's his first name? Chase Young.
Oh yeah.
We got to get after Jared Goff this week. We got to get after Jared Goff this week. When he sits back there nice and pretty, by the way, I played catch with Jared Goff at a Cal football camp.
That's
circa
sick. I remember you saying that.
2014. Yeah. So, by the way, back then, just a guy. Couldn't tell he was the starter. You know what I mean? Had no idea.
Gotta love that. Treating you like just the average person. He's the average person. Just having a catch.
Like Baker Mayfield's a hot tamale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He might be too spicy for some, but you know that he's gonna give you some kick. Jared Goff is like vanilla ice cream.
You know what you're getting.
Who doesn't like it? Everyone likes vanilla ice cream, but it's like vanilla ice cream. I don't know. It's like it's not sustainable. I could eat tamales all day.
Vanilla ice cream ain't gonna win you many Super Bowls. This is what you're saying. And this is why vanilla ice cream got shipped out of LA. LA needs something a little more zhuzhy.
Georgia.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah, no, Georgia. No, we're going to the Waste Management that weekend in.
No, you're not.
Yes, sir. And
that's dope.
Yeah, it is. But I'm flying home mid-game, so I'm like praying to God the Niners aren't in it
this weekend.
No, this is Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
Which sucks that it's the same weekend, but I think it'll be sick.
Kind of a vibe to get like an Airbnb and watch the Super Bowl, and then.
Well,
I guess it's literally at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're just going Saturday, maybe Friday, Saturday. But I don't
That's
have.
the number one golf event to go to.
That's what everyone says, and I sure as hell don't have work to go home to. So it's like, hey, I might as well stay out there a little longer.
You gonna do me a favor and just get real drunk?
No promises on that.
Have a couple Teddy Brewskis?
Maybe.
Have you seen the video of these guys stumbling like up the hill onto the stairs?
It's so bad.
Some of the best athletic displays go on at the Waste Management.
And I think that they used to do the porta potty run where they run across the top of the porta potty. They had to stop it now, and everyone hucks shit at them as they're running across. It would be like,
that sounds like a broken neck.
Oh, dude, people would eat shit all the time, but it was like mid-thousands where it was like no one cared.
Yeah, Woodstock 99 vibes.
Exactly, fun times. But yeah, we're going there. What do you got on tap the next few weeks?
Good question. So I'm looking into getting an Alaska fucking flight pass. $100 a month. And then you get one flight to like anywhere kind of like West Coast, like Salt Lake City, Vegas, anywhere in California. That type of thing.
Is it like one round trip flight a month?
Exactly. And you pay like an extra like fee or whatever, like $15 for each flight. So you're looking at for sure somewhere around like $120, let's say, for a round trip flight every month.
That's really not bad, especially if you plan on traveling.
Well, dude, for me, just to come up to the Bay, do one pod a month, see my people back there, see the fam, like
that would
easy
be
money.
Sick. Yeah, and can you roll them over? Can you be like, I don't think so. Or you just got to travel at the end of the month and fucking
do something.
Yeah.
Exactly, but you could use it for a friend, for example.
Oh, that's nice.
If it's like an end of the month situation or whatever, I could just be like, Jim, fucking get out here and let's do a pod type shit.
Damn, I like that. And
I'm thinking about that.
Where would your first trip be to?
Dude, probably San Jose, maybe a little Vegas.
Vegas.
Salt Lake. I've never been to Salt Lake. Shit.
The Great Salt Lake. Utah's nice, but the beer is lower percentage, which is odd.
Right.
All the morms.
We get imported goods, Jim.
That's true. And there's honestly not much to do out in Utah. It's like it's very nice.
It's
There's
desert, right?
it's scenery. There's some mountains that are fucking huge. But yeah, it's a lot of it is desert. It's just fucking flat.
What are your
coastline.
thoughts about like a little homestead out in the desert, or just like, or how
Desert.
beautiful is desert to you?
We
Like
talking,
Joshua Tree.
So we're talking more sagebrushy. Like, is it like a Reno
Sure.
desert, or are we talking like more trees?
We're talking Yucca City. We're talking Joshua Tree. We're talking Coachella Valley. We're talking like what's the other one? Palm Springs.
Yeah, I feel like I would rather.
But like the boondocks of that area.
I would rather go where it's way rainier than where it's way hotter. But like,
So maybe Northern California.
yeah, oh yeah, that would be way better than Southern California.
Yeah.
But then there's the fucking weirdos out in NorCal that are just all, you never know what you're getting. It's fucking
Of course.
crazy.
Well, what I think about when I think of Northern California is I think all the people that were like on Hayden Ashbury during the fucking 60s, Summer of Love, like all the hippie movement, like all went up to live like in Northern California, Humboldt and shit like that
Yeah,
afterwards. That's what I heard. And I also think about fucking weed growers. That's what I think about.
exactly. And they're all fucking sketch for the most part.
Dude, and they got paid. Like they were doing that for years and years and years, like building a whole operation, and then they just legalized it and they were just fully running, ready to fucking go.
And that's the thing.
It's
Like,
that.
I don't know. It's weird. I like what they're doing, but at the same time, it's like, should you have to go through a dispensary? Shit was better, honestly. I don't know.
You like a weed guy?
It just, I feel like it makes more sense. I don't know. And that's where I
Right.
feel like they were, you know what I mean? Like the hippies, all that, it all stems down to like less government, right? And that's what they're after. But like you said, they got racked out because they had operations ready to go. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
So I was looking into it out in Joshua Tree,
Mhm.
and there's a little unincorporated, I guess you would call it area or city called Landers, California.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
right
you
there
have
in
to
Joshua Tree.
purchase, even if you don't do anything with it, you have to get it.
I got to go visit for sure. And I'm thinking, like, anyway, I have visions no matter where the fuck it is, somewhere cheap though, so you can do it, where you buy a little plot of land and then you build a barn and you put a basketball court inside the barn. Right?
I
And
like
then you build a fucking another barn and you put a sauna in there. And then you build another barn and you put a fucking full gym.
Why not one big barn that has all of it inside it?
Right, that type of shit. You feel me? But just like having all the space, like there you go. There's a fucking full basketball court with adjustable rims and shit like that because I didn't pay $2 million for a studio apartment in fucking San Francisco.
Exactly. And that's the issue. But the problem with Joshua Tree is
You're so far away from everyone.
you're still in California. Are you not?
Right. But that's the point. I want to be able to go to LA and San Diego and the Bay.
But you're paying huge taxes on a fucking, I don't know.
It probably doesn't make the most sense.
Go to the Midwest, and I feel like you get way more bang for your buck. And
That's
they
true.
specialize in barns. You'd be covered.
Dude, barn. It's gonna be a barn burner.
It's gonna be a barn burner, and then your barn gets taken down by a tornado, and you start all over again.
See, that's what I'm saying. I like Cali. I like the ocean, man.
Until there's a tsunami that says "fuck San Diego."
Dude, if tsunamis weren't a thing, I might be in Puerto Rico by now.
I don't know. Everywhere
Island
you go,
fever?
there's something. But yeah, Puerto Rico, I've heard is a disaster. There's a group of jiu-jitsu guys that went down there during COVID to get away from like regulations. And he was like, I would order my coffee and then I would go back home and he's like, I would drive to the coffee shop, order my coffee, drive back home, take a shower, like get ready, and then like still wait 10 minutes for my coffee. He's like, everything there is like island time to the max. And I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I think Costa Rica would be the one. If you said, Josh, you can move to any country in the world right now, I think I would say take me to San Jose, Costa Rica.
Really? You wouldn't say, okay, San Jose, Costa Rica, San Jose, California. Which are you choosing?
What, to live?
Yeah.
San Jose, California.
Well, any country in the
There's
world.
no city better than San Jose, California.
That's false. That's just big false.
What city would you rather live in?
Anywhere outside of California.
No way.
I honestly think I
Austin?
would. Reno's better than San Jose. Facts. Big facts. Way less people. Way more to do. Kinda.
Kinda, yeah. I love Reno. I've always loved Reno.
Same. That's why
I went to college there.
was looking for. No, you didn't. I was looking for jobs out there. I've been looking for jobs out there.
Whoa.
Yeah. Fuck it, might as well.
Yeah, let me know. Keep me up to date with that move. I
will.
kind of want to go bartend at Dubs. I really do.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, let's go fucking. I didn't.
Let's
even think-
fucking lock in and fucking.
That would be sick.
Bartend. You know, I'd be down.
Boog's got a apartment that's just sitting there as of right now. It's no one's in it till August.
Whoa, good for him. So where does he live?
Here. Not good for him. He's just paying
Is
for
he
an
gonna
apartment
live
he's not in. No, he moved out after he graduated.
Gotcha.
Or graduate. I don't know what it is. But yeah, either way, he's here. So I keep telling him, let's make a trip. Fuck it. When the weather gets hot, I definitely want to go float the river. There's nothing.
Hell yeah, bro. I want to put together an overnight river rafting trip for the boys.
Overnight. Like, oh, I see.
Like you river raft for a day, you set up camp, have a bonfire, fucking get into whatever fun activities you want to have. Wake up in the morning with some hot coffee and get back out on the water.
Be so fun. I forget, is it the Colorado River they do a bunch of, or the Colombian River, or I don't know.
think it's the American River.
That sounds right too.
In Northern California, up by Sac. That's really the premier water rafting. I want to say maybe even in the country.
Can't be. Really?
No?
I don't know.
No,
I mean,
don't
it
know.
doesn't sound. I mean maybe.
It's the go-to in California, so maybe it's just my California ego thinking that.
I would say it's probably like the best to have people on, but like it can't be like the biggest class 5 rapids in.
No. Like water rafting experience.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
But they have like the 3 or 4. I think it's out of 5.
Yeah.
And they have like the 4.
Class 4 rapids.
I want to. Oh yeah, class 5, something like that. Yeah, it was like class 4 that we went down. It was sick. I fell out. It was sick.
That's kind of sketch. I'm always afraid that I'm gonna bang my knees up. That was the worst thing when we floated the river in Reno. I fell out like trying to help someone, like just grab on them. They pulled me in, and I fucking hit my knee on a huge rock, and it like immediately swelled. It was my bad, but it just immediately ballooned up, and I was like, "Fuck this!" Like over it.
That's the worst.
Yeah, but I'm down. Yeah, you do a floating trip, I'm always in.
For sure. I'm gonna let you know. Maybe for Seth's bachelor party.
Wow, he called me literally as you were joining. He called me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't pick up. Shout out Seth.
Shout out Seth. And shout out my grandma Margie. My brother Seth made an amazing speech.
Seth did.
Seth made the best speech he's ever made his whole life.
Love that.
I've seen them all. He makes a speech every family gathering.
And this was the best one?
This was the best one, man. He said it. He got like a damn near standing ovation, you know?
Good for him. Let's go.
Everyone was really ready. They let it rip. So
love that. Did you speak at all?
No. I spoke to everyone at the party, but
yeah.
You know.
I'm the same way. I don't need
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
No one's asking me to do that. I'm not gonna volunteer to do that. That's it. Yeah.
A hundo P.
But there was a story. My grandma had to go collect money from whatever Michael Jackson's dad name is. Is it Joe Jackson? They borrowed like a guitar. They rented a guitar and never paid.
Really?
He showed up at their house, you know.
So if your grandma would have went and collected that guitar instead of making him pay, there would have never been a Michael Jackson. That's what you're saying. Macaulay Culkin's asshole would have never been touched.
She's part of the story somewhere, whether it's a footnote or.
Wow, I see what you did there. A footnote. Now that's crazy. That's a nice little tidbit. Does she have the receipt signed by Joe Jackson?
No, that's what I'm saying. This whole thing could be cap. There was another story that they said where someone was collecting money from her or something like that, or she was collecting money from them, and they like pulled a shotgun on her.
Mm.
And like my grandpa and my aunt like ran away, and she just stood there like, "What are you gonna do? Shoot me?"
That's badass.
Again, can this be real? Like, I guess so. I'm just gonna have to take it.
I guess, yeah.
Like, it's
Back
crazy
before
when
there's
people die.
cameras.
The type of stories that come out, but yeah, sounds like a badass. Sounded like a badass in her day. Her first boyfriend. Want to take any wild guesses who her first boyfriend was? I'll give you a hint. Owner of an NBA franchise at one point.
I have no idea.
Donald J. Sterling.
Shut up.
Yeah, Donald Sterling.
So I'm guessing your grandma's white.
Yeah, exactly. That was her childhood, whatever.
Really?
Childhood
They
sweetheart.
like grew up together and stuff? That's crazy.
They like grew up together and stuff. Yeah.
That's a weird connection. Donald Sterling.
I know. I don't even think she knows like the news about him or anything.
Yeah, don't. It's best that she went out not knowing.
I was like, Grandma, for real? When she told me that, I was like, wait, for real?
Your grandma is like Forrest Gump. She could have rewritten history like twice with the Jacksons. She could have married Sterling and been his one love. He could have still been a Clippers owner. Holy
For real.
smokes. That's a crazy life. I feel like older, like people like that, like back in the day, lived such crazier lives than, like, just more random, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like always a
And
lot of
a life that
coincidences.
required more thinking.
That's for sure. That is no doubt. You know what it doesn't require thinking about? It doesn't require thinking about different types of potatoes. Look at
I
that.
wish I prepped harder for this one, Jim, but I'm ready.
No, you're good. And I said we're going to do a potato draft. I said you can do different cuts of French fries as your potatoes. That's fine. I don't know if you want to do that. I'm going to probably not because I drummed up 10, so I think I can do it without. But
I was going to say, yeah, now that I start to think about it, we can come up with a lot here. So.
Oh, yeah. So there's plenty to go around, but we're going to do the potato draft. Best way to eat potatoes. Yeah, with that being said.
Go ahead, Jim.
First pick. Wow. Thank you. With the first pick of the potato draft, Jimmy Riley will be selecting mashed potatoes.
Oh, wow. I was wondering if that was your first pick as well. That was also my first pick.
Yeah, mashed potatoes. And now,
kudos. Respect.
The reason you go mashed potatoes is because they're hard to fuck up. It's butter, it's milk, it's potato, little salt, little pepper, cheese if you're feeling it.
If you fuck it up, that's what the gravy's for.
Very well said. And you know what I had for dinner tonight?
Mashed potatoes.
They're the best. Now I have had bad mashed potatoes. A bad mashed potato, this is where it gets tricky. A bad mashed potato is arguably worse than any other form of potato, I would say.
Right.
Like if you get them like really thin and just gross, and it's like you could drink them with the straw, fuck your mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I need a little
7-Eleven fridge mashed potatoes, no thanks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big no thanks. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna go with on one of one.
Also, couple notable fast food outlets that serve mashed potatoes.
KFC.
Do you know any others? El Pollo Loco.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I used to pull up at El Pollo Loco for the fucking mashed potatoes.
That's a crazy place to go get mashed potatoes.
With some salsa verde, dude. It was a vibe though. Trust me.
Potatoes with salsa verde. You see?
Yeah, of course. That's the beautiful thing about mashed potatoes. They're just potatoes. You can do whatever type of sauce you want. You can do ketchup if you want.
If you want, saying it like that's not the most common thing. You're right. Potato is the best vessel. And with that being said, I'll give it to you.
And mashed potatoes is obvious. My bad.
No, but you said potato. You didn't say mashed potato. You said potato. Fuck off. Oh, salsa verde and mashed potato.
I'm gonna do it. Give me French fries.
Wow. I like that.
I'm not even going to specify. Feel free to if you want to get specific with it. But
hey, that ain't no problem.
Tell me, are you going to go with any type of French fry? Or should
No. I should be good without French fries. Now,
All right.
obviously, this could be a draft in itself,
Right.
a mini draft. But what is your favorite fry? Are you an In-N-Out guy? Are you a waffle cut?
If you give me animal fry compared to McDonald's normal fry, I'll take animal fry.
But fry for fry, no
But
extra
fry for fry?
fixings. Yeah.
Fry for fry, for me, it's gotta be Chick-fil-A 1.
A salty Chick-fil-A. I mean, salt obviously is not an addition.
And Wingstop.
Ooh. Okay. Now I see where you're going with this. Now
I like a mashed potato stick in my French fry.
yes.
I don't want a skinny potato chip.
And that's the thing.
In-N-Out sometimes will give you potato chips.
Which is sometimes like exactly what I want. At the end of my burger, I'm like, just
No,
it's nice.
I want the long, soft ones that you could fold.
Yo.
Maybe not a complete
Pause.
fold, but you should almost.
I want
pause.
the
Whatever.
no,
My
you
bad.
can't
We're
whatever.
talking about French fries.
The long soft
Hey.
one was a wild comment.
Long, soft one? We're talking about French fries. I want a long, soft fry. Is that better?
Yeah, a lot better.
All right, my bad.
You're good.
But that's how I like it. I like it mashed potato sticks.
Agreed. And now, how do you feel about potato wedges? Are you counting potato wedges as a fry, or are they their own
That's in my wheelhouse.
of a fry?
Of a fry, like a
Yeah,
KFC
yeah.
potato wedge.
Yeah, perfect. And the
That's in my
seasoning that
wheelhouse
comes
of
on
fry. It is a fry, but like that's more my style. For
yeah,
sure.
that's what I was going with. The more
Steak cut,
potato-y.
steak fries.
Not a
It goes a little too far with those. I think
agreed.
they take it a little far.
And you can't get a good boil on on a sizable portion of steak fries. I feel like it's too
Right.
cluttered in there. But like potato wedges, they kind of, I don't know, perfect. Love it. Fries, that's the right pick.
Right. A lot of
Um,
talent. Fries got a lot of talent, a lot of versatility.
a lot of versatility. Now I'm gonna go with, oh god, it's so good. I'm gonna go with potato skins. Now,
Potato skins? I don't even know what those are, Jim. I literally don't.
oh my god, it's like a baked potato that you hollow out like 40% of the middle, and you put on sour cream, bacon, cheese, a little chive.
So it's not a baked potato.
Not a baked potato. Baked potato's still on the table. It's, I guess you could argue it's a version of it, but I'm too different. They're the best.
Okay.
Have you ever been to the Elephant Bar back in the day?
Classic. Yeah.
That was the appetizer of choice. Was a
Tell me you're from San Jose without telling me you're from San Jose.
so good. There was only like here, and then like Tracy had one or something like that, but legendary. We still have the fucking like zebra and lion cups that are the foot.
I still remember the fans.
Yes, the big
The
palms.
leaf.
Yes. Wow. Shout out Elephant
If you
Bar.
know,
What a
you
place.
know. There's people listening right now that know exactly what we're talking about.
And
for
you know
sure.
what? They were gonna put an In-N-Out at the one on Hamilton, and it just like fell
That's
through.
a money spot.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't have like a through parking lot, so traffic would get really bad on the street, and so they would have to like cut half of the building. But it already has like 2 kitchens. It's set up perfectly. Would be sick. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, potato skins again. Maybe a little under the radar, but they are the second best way to eat a potato. It's like a dressed up French fry.
Yeah.
Honestly. But yeah, that's where
Almost like like the crab cake of baked potatoes.
yeah. There you. I got another crab cake of a baked potato. Actually, of just the regular potato.
Uh-oh.
Yes, yes.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous now. Just give me hash browns. I'm not going to overthink this one.
Yeah.
He feels like Derek Jeter to me, you know? Just a number 2 hitter. You know what I mean? Could lead off if you need him to. If it's early in the morning, French fries aren't ready to go. French fries a slow starter. He's a night owl,
Facts.
right? Hash browns is an early bird.
And hash brown's also a night owl. Sometimes
Right.
at the end of the night,
Hash browns is first to clock in, last to clock out.
you're right. 100% right on that
Come
one.
to him at 3 o'clock in the day, he's not going to be the most valuable player on the team.
But
you'll come around. If you're a scout at 3 o'clock, you're gonna say, "Who's French fry?"
yeah,
Right?
very well.
But if you're a real scout and you stick around and you're there early and you're there late, you're gonna see hash browns really the guy.
Putting in the work on
Putting in
all
the
the
work.
plates.
And tell me what. I tell you what. Burger and fries. What are you most excited about on that plate? Just be honest.
Burger.
All right. Egg and hash browns.
Egg.
What are you most excited about on that plate? Egg.
Yeah.
Right.
I love my eggs. I knew that was gonna go sour. I was like, I know. I thought you were gonna say hash browns or omelet is what I thought you were going.
I didn't have the foresight.
No, hey, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. But no, again, hash browns. Like after a concert, you're eating a grand sandwich with some hash browns. Phenomenal. It doesn't get much better than that.
Scottie Pippen, Pascal Siakam, Tony Parker.
Is Pascal getting a little too much credit these days? That's the question.
He is, because the next person I was about to say is Tim Duncan.
Oh.
Hash brown is Tim Duncan.
I'll accept the player
fries
comp.
is Kobe. Am I saying that hash browns are better than fries? Maybe. Go ahead.
That makes Michael mashed potatoes.
I think you're right on that. Where's Kareem at? Show me.
Kareem. Now, Kareem is... He's what we call the potato croquette of this family. Now, a potato croquette is...
La Villa special.
A La Villa special. It's a little more zing, a little more pep. You know what I mean? It's not...
Goes great with Ravs.
Goes great with Ravs. It's not the first one you're thinking of when you talk about goats, but it's definitely in the conversation. And now I have to give a special shout out to Chad Mills because
of course
he is the croquette king. I've never been to La Villa where he didn't get one or two of those just a face as we're walking out. So shout out Mills, shout out potato croquettes. Maybe the best thing at La Villa nowadays. Do
you remember your first time having a Chris combo?
I remember the first time I remember having a Chris combo. Because we were getting them early on, but like I remember in middle school getting them and they being like stacked with meat, like delicious. And now as the years have gone on, that stacks, dude, they're pre-made. They just throw the same amount. It's not like hey, what's up, Chris? And Chris knows you and fucking shaves it off fresh just to your liking. Yeah. It's Chris is going to get it out of the fridge to throw in the microwave.
But it became so popular, Jim.
It did. And that's are they sellouts?
Who made it popular?
The Sharks were there first. That's kind of how it started. Was like they started not even advertising with them, but like they would do their catering and they'd just have tables full of Villa, and then that brought people in, I do believe. And then I mean they were already busy. It's just your local Italian delicatessen.
I think an authentic Chris combo made by Chris personally contests as one of the best sandwiches in America. Definitely on the West Coast.
I would agree. It's so
with
tough.
The Ravs and the potato croquette.
That's what I mean. Like, you got to do the whole deal.
Best meals you could get in California, maybe anywhere in the world.
And it's gonna ring you up about $40.
It'll ring you up. It'll give you some Brooklyn prices, but
yeah. But it's worth it. And that's why when you know someone that works at La Villa, you go in and they just give you the handshake special. It's like so nice.
Look at the story behind this potato croquet. Look where your potato croquet. That's what good food does for anyone watching The Bear. It tells a story.
Food's just art you eat, man. That's what they say.
That's it.
All right, number 3. Where are you going?
God, so much to do here. I'm just gonna have to do it one time. Give me latkes.
Wow.
I gotta just do it for the one time. Give me the potato pancakes that are traditionally eaten around Hanukkah time by the Jews. You could eat them with applesauce. You could wrap them in tinfoil and take them to school and eat them with ketchup.
I was going to say, like a latke that's been sitting out for like 2 hours is almost better than like a fresh one. You know what I mean? Like something to it, kind of like it all pulls together. I don't know. They're really good.
A good latke to me is like a McDonald's hash brown if your grandma made it.
That's respectable. Yes.
Like a nice little oval. You
Oh,
just bite into it.
and it's
Pre-made potato and onion, like your money.
doesn't need. I was gonna say doesn't need. Probably would be fire with ketchup, but doesn't need it. It's just
Doesn't need it.
Yeah, just pure.
Good hot, good cold. Don't even worry about reheating. You're good.
Now, did you ever help make the latkes, or is that a female job in the?
No, I helped a little bit, but like not really.
No.
You know.
Yeah. You little kid helped, mashed
Little kid helped.
balled them up.
Know? Oh, you want to come help? You know, that type of thing.
That's fun. I never did any of that as a kid. I was always like, yeah, we got games to play, homie. Shit to do. But I love it. Latkes.
Latke is the Bill Walton to my 85 Celtics draft.
Wow, that's high praise.
Been proven from generations and generations and generations. It doesn't matter if it's at its peak right now. We need him on the roster because he delivers that veteran presence and a good aura and good vibrations with the team.
I love it. I remember my first latke was over at your house. We were going to hold a latke and vodka party. Would have been sick.
Dude.
Just throwing up potatoes. I know, right? There's so many. The lost ideas of that book that you tore up one night.
Respect. I'm sorry.
R.I.P.
Hey, I'm watching The Bear. You seen this? You know what this means yet?
No, I don't watch that shitty fucking TV show.
Sorry about your book, man.
No, I don't.
Sorry, that's your book, man.
Hey, it was worth it. Or it was. It seemed worth it at the time, and that's all that mattered. Round 4. Here we are. Okay, so now we're getting a little sketchy because I got 2 picks left. I want 2 of these, but I don't know if I'm going to get them. I'm going to go with gnocchi. That's going to be my first one.
What is that?
That's like a pasta. I guess you would call it a pasta, but it's made with potato. It's the ones that are like little balls that are taste doughy.
I've heard of it for sure.
When you bite into them, you called it ganache. I think you called it ganache. Yeah. I think so at Matt's party. It just way back in the day, and I was like, I'm having that as well. But it's probably one of my favorite. Is that considered a pasta? It's got to be considered a pasta, right? A potato pasta? I don't know what the fuck you consider it.
It's a potato creation, for sure.
It's my favorite that you would eat like a pasta. My favorite pasta, non-pasta, gnocchi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I know there's a trick to it, but I don't know the trick. But it is delicious, and I don't really have much more to say than that. But that's my pick.
I mean, pasta and potato feels wrong. It feels like there should be some meat in there or something else in there. Some veggies. You
can dress it up a little bit with the sauce,
but it feels so right at the same time. You're like, I don't care. That sounds perfect.
Yeah. Well, and that's I guess that leads us to the whole potato thing. Like, there's no better way to eat a potato than on another piece of starch. Like, potato on bread is so incredibly good, but starch on starch is maybe the worst thing for you.
Right. Exactly.
Unless you're following the food pyramid from the thousands, in which case you're doing it right.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'll take gnocchi. That's where I'm going. Round 4. I'm going to kick it on over to you.
God, couple places I want to go. Give me twice baked potatoes.
Like that one.
So good. I mean, need I say more?
No.
Give me the works. That's the only thing you need to know. If I'm having a twice baked potato, give me the works.
Want the full shebang. Now, who makes the best twice baked potatoes you ever had?
Chad's dad, Johnny Mills.
Really? I did not expect that answer.
2 shout-outs in one episode. He better be listening.
I doubt he is, but we hope. John Mills. Wow, that's incredible. And now he's obviously is that Irish? Mills? Bush Mills? Mills? That's got to be Irish, right?
He's Italian, is he not? I never know with both sides, you know?
I don't know.
A lot of times kids just choose their favorite one, you know?
That's true. Now, I'm trying to think of what's Chris's last name. I don't think I know Chris's last name. I'm trying to think if she's got an Italian-ass last name or something. I wish this was in person because we would just call Chad on the phone right now with the headset and give it a
Oh,
little talk to, but I don't think it would transfer through to your end.
oh yeah. Once upon a time, I went to Chad's dad's house to have twice baked potatoes that Chad hyped up all day. I was all hyped up on Mountain Dew, jumped in the pool with my phone, broke my phone, put it in rice, fixed my phone.
What kind of phone were we rocking with back then?
Flippy, little Samsung 3200 was what it was called.
Let's go.
Didn't even have a name. Didn't even have a name like the Razor or the Crazer. David had the Razor or the Crazer. I was like, ooh, that's
So
sick.
sick.
He's like, what's yours? I'm like, Samsung 3200.
Don't worry about it.
It was pink though.
Yeah, no, dude, I miss flip phones. I think I'm going back as soon as I'm done with the iPhone. That's my first call back. But I like that twice baked potatoes. Mr. Meeker makes a mean twice baked potato, fucking lage. Yeah, no, you do not need to say more. Now round 5. Now this is where we get a little dicey. I got 4 left. I can choose 3 left. And now I think the right call here is potato chips. So I'm going to go potato chips as my...
Have those.
What?
Have those.
I will have them. And now I'm a potato chip over a tortilla chip guy. That's going to be my question. What would you prefer? I know it's all depending on what you're eating, but like just have to choose one.
If I could say one never exists anymore and the other stays forever,
you're a tortilla guy.
Give me tortilla
you're
chips.
Such a piece of shit.
Yeah. Or versatile.
I guess, yeah, because
in some ways,
for sure though, because you can go salsas with those. You can do a lot. They got the flavor, so you can go plain. I feel like potato chips is like you're going plain, or like a dip. Oh, I guess not. Like Ruffles.
Better standalone talent, but does he fit in with the team?
Not all the time. That's what we'll say.
Does not always a team player.
Not always.
But not a system player. He is a system.
That's Brock Purdy. He is the system. No, but I do love a good potato chip. Like Jake's, you throw in a grilled cheese, throw potato chips on the side. Can't beat it.
Yeah, you can. It's called get it with fries. Maybe some garlic fries.
Then you pay if you get garlic fries at Jake's, you're a fucking menace to society. You're letting
I might be a menace.
You're letting a man who's never had a good garlic fry in his life fry you up some garlic fries. That's crazy.
Best garlic fries in the history of history?
SF Giants.
I was gonna say San Jose Giants, Gordon Biersch.
Ooh, probably the same exact ones they're doing at SF. Yeah, I do, and that's the only place you can eat a garlic fry is at an outdoor venue. If you get garlic fries at a hockey game, fuck off. You're a fucking scumbag.
Something does feel wrong about it. I think you're right there.
Yeah,
and I've done that. I've been that scumbag.
I have too, and I like you sit down and you're like, fuck. Like this whole section smells like garlic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's wow, that garlic fries would be maybe up there on the list. That type of garlic fry. Any old garlic fry? No, sir. Round 5. Take us home here. Give us some honorable mentions if you got them.
All right. Honorable mention number 1 goes to country potatoes.
Yes, I had that on there.
See, I already have hash brown. I don't need Michael and Kobe on the same team at this point. You know what I mean?
I'm not a country potato guy.
I love them. Better standalone talent than hash brown. Not as good of a team player. So if you're gonna get something like a skillet, I'd say you want to go with the hash brown. Right,
but they just feel so unfinished. You know what I mean? Like I see them and I'm like, you could be so much more. But anyways, go on. More honorable mentions. I like that one.
Well, I just want to jump straight into it.
Okay.
Curly fries is the pick.
You said no fries. I'm not doing another fry. Then he goes curly fry.
I remember saying I'm not doing another fry.
What the fuck? I'll pull the tapes. No, that is.
I'll pull the tapes. I asked you if you were going to take another one. You could have had curly fry. You still could have. I told you the whole way that you could have whatever you want.
All you, man.
I don't like this complains in the bottom of the 9th after you're done hitting and you can't deliver any ribbies. You want to fuck.
I'm fine with my team. My team's gonna go out there and put on a show, but I didn't know I was getting a fast one pulled on me. That's all this was.
We got fries. Hey, fries our best player. meet his twin brother.
Exactly.
Curly
That's
fries.
even better than him. Curly fries.
I tell you what, you have final edit on this. If you want to throw country potatoes in as my final pick, Jeff, no, you have full executive power to do that, Jeff.
I will not reign supremely like Matthew Toscano in a fantasy league. This will be.
Hey, don't hit me with the Toscan random team.
Yeah.
Hey, I do 3, you do 3. We ain't like them. Let's just
mix up the last 2. Random draft last 2. No, I like that. I mean, curly fries are the obvious first French fry taken out of that whole draft. I mean, I get over curly fries easy, but like they're Jack in the Box curly fries, it's like that's got to be number 1. I don't know how I didn't bring that up earlier.
It just depends, because Jack in the Box, you could just get some ugly fugly baglers. You know what I mean?
Truth.
Like if I get guaranteed money, perfect ring every time, now we're talking. Yeah. Now we're talking GOAT level for sure.
See, I need like 2 of those out of the Jack batch in order to be happy. It's like most of them are like the half curl, a couple full curls, and then give me like 2 big rings, and I'm like, solid batch.
Right. Exactly.
But I like that. Wow, that's the draft. Let me read them back real quick after I got fucking bamboozled. I want mashed potatoes 1, potato skins 2, potato croquettes 3. I don't even know. Oh, gnocchi 4, and what did I pick 5? I just
chips.
What?
You went potato chips.
Oh, potato chips. I didn't finish writing.
Did you already mention your honorables?
No, I had potato salad, baked potatoes.
I had that. Everyone knew it wasn't getting picked, but
yeah, I hate
it trying out.
Hate
year after year. Hey, keep showing up for tryouts.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Keep getting left in the dust. It's always the one. Does anyone want to take home the potato salad? Everyone's like,
exactly.
I'm good.
We always need a maybe slightly special needs like ball boy that can come in at the last game
mop up the floor when
everyone get out the way. We need you to make a layup here. That's you, potato salad.
That's you. Getting your fix.
Big old spank on the butt. Get out there.
We're all A's. Josh.
There's a family barbecue. Like you're in. I mean, potato salad, you're in.
Go. Josh went French fry, but wait, hash browns, latkes, twice baked potatoes, and then another French fry called the curly fry. And that is the draft.
Necessary.
I mean, let me just asterisk that real quick. No, I can't.
Hey, go ahead,
that's the draft. That's a good one. That one's again a little odd, but I think it's different. It's not just the same old shit. So that's it. That's the podcast. Thank you for doing this with us, and until next time, y'all. Peace.